we prepare for the word preached, would you join with me, your hearts and minds in prayer? O God, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of each of our hearts be found acceptable in your sight. For you are our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. We don't have GPS in our cars. No, the Roberts Moser family, we are map people. We still own atlases and streetwise maps of Chicago, the laminated kind, so you can take them out in the rain. We own books of county maps outlining creeks and gravel roads, and Chloe gets a new Illinois map at every rest stop we frequent. And we frequent those a lot. And as for David and I, well, we would rather argue with each other about directions than argue with some computer. And I have a pretty good sense of direction. In fact, the last time I was in Chicago, I found a fire station that's used in a TV show that I watch. By remembering the scenes from the show with the city in the background, and then snaking my way through the neighborhood south of the loop until I found it. I have a pretty good sense of direction. When I was a little girl, my dad and I would play this game in the car. I would close my eyes while he drove around town, and with each turn, I would tell him where we were. We didn't have DVD players in our cars back then, and when we drove someplace, I paid attention. I could see our town like a map in my head. And my natural sense of direction didn't hurt either, so I was pretty good at this game. In fact, I was better than good. I was unbeatable. I always knew where we were. Always. Until one day. One day, we finished running our errands in town and headed home, north, out of town, on Portersville Road. And there I sat with my eyes closed, ready to announce that we had turned west onto our road, way out there in the country, when suddenly, Dad turned early to the east. Now I sat there with my eyes closed, wondering, what just happened? There are no roads that turn right off of Portersville Road, only left into the subdivision, past Norm Weber's house, where the peacocks live and the llamas are in the yard. And our road is also to the left. No roads go right. I was baffled. And then we turned again. And this time, it was to the left again, and immediately to the left again, and again, and again. We were going in circles and making hairpin turns. Are we in a parking lot? Well, there aren't any parking lots out here in the country. Where are we? I was lost. I was desperately lost. I wanted so badly to open my eyes to see where we were. See, I had been so good at this game. I always knew where we were on the journey, always. I had this sense of direction and of timing, and I could trust it even with my eyes closed. In the car, I could trust it. But I couldn't trust it now. I had no idea where we were, and I panicked. This game was fun no longer. I opened my eyes. Well, Dad had tricked me. He had turned into the trailer park there off of Portersville Road. It seemed like we were going in circles because we were going in circles, winding through the lanes of Beck's trailer park. Have you ever felt like you were going in circles? Like the journey wasn't taking you where you thought you were supposed to go? What do you do when you can't trust the journey? Do you panic like I did? In life, when you take an unexpected turn and where you think you are headed isn't where you wind up at all, what do you do? And what happens to you when you're used to doing what you do to get from point A to point B in life, and suddenly you do that and it doesn't get you squat? What do you do? Today, as I said, is Epiphany Sunday. The day when we tell the story of the wise ones from the East who come to adore the Christ child. And it's unfortunate that Epiphany lands just 12 days after Christmas. We lose all sense of time with the nativity story. It's even more unfortunate, I think, that we plunk the Magi down in our manger scenes along with the shepherds and the angels. They didn't show up all at once. It took the Magi a long time to get to Jesus. Some scholars say it took weeks. Some say it took as long as 2 years. It's curious, isn't it, that Herod ordered death to all infants 2 years and under? Why that old? Why not just the newborns? Curious. Maybe the 2 years and under clause is a clue. Maybe Herod accounted for travel time. So perhaps instead of thinking the wise men's journey in our fast-forward time frame, maybe we should think of it in real time. Maybe it actually took 2 years to make the journey to Jesus. 2 years. That's 730 days. And don't tell me that the Magi had 730 cloudless nights to follow the star. Don't tell me that they could see the star shining brightly, clearly illuminating their destination, their journey, for 730 nights in a row. Well, of course not. As you and I both know, life doesn't work like that. We don't get a string of cloudless nights in any of our journeys. As with any journey, be it a physical one from here to there, or a mental journey, an emotional journey, or a spiritual journey, as with any journey, the Magi certainly faced uncertainty and confusion, frustration, and doubt. As with any journey, certainly they wanted to give up. And maybe some of them did, a time or two, or more. Maybe they just wandered around for a while. But as you and I know, as with any journey, not all who wander are lost. And if we are lost, oh well, so what? We are the people of a God who loves lost things. Lost coins, lost sheep, the lost and lonely, the doubters and the dreamers. Our sacred stories are filled with these kind of folk. And that sacred story continues with us as we make our way in the world, as we journey on. deep, deep within us, inscribed on our very souls, is a sense of longing, belonging, and calling. A connection to our Creator that cannot be severed. God is not a trickster. God will not lead us aimlessly through Beck's trailer park over and over again. God will not forsake us, nor ever fail to lead us. Moreover, with God, we're always at home, always. No matter how lost in this world we may be. And if you are lost, my friends, keep going. The stars continue to shine above the clouds. Keep looking. You'll find your way. Amen.